Hello everyone, my name is Miranda and today I am here with
Jess. Every time.
Today we are here to discuss
A
Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. I don't know what
it
technically is. Maas.
Sarah J. Maas.
Maas. Jessica
Kind of
has
like
spoken.
kind of like the lady in Star Wars.
First off, this is going to be a spoiler-filled video because there's no way to discuss this book without the spoilers. So just prepare yourselves if you haven't read the book for spoilers. So run away now if you don't want to hear them, or pull up and grab some popcorn if you do.
Popcorn.
Let's talk about my favorite character, Tamlin.
Tamlin the Tool.
Tamlin is an awful person. I've said this in my review for A Court of Thorns and Roses. I can't stand him, and it was really awesome to see his douchebagginess shine through in this book because he was an awful, awful person.
The sad thing is I liked him in the first book.
I
like,
didn't.
take away the second book entirely and read A Court of Thorns and Roses. He's bad. But, like, you kind of understand where he's coming from. A little bit. Just a little bit. You're like, you've had a crappy
Where he
life.
lost it for me in the first book was when
at the
he
very
just
end.
stood by, like, when Feyre
That's
was
when
getting,
I was like,
demolished.
You need to take a deep breath, sir. Rethink your life choices.
Do some meditation.
Yeah, like, maybe, like, really rethink, do you love her? Actually, one of the really things that I love about Rhys in Court of Mist and Fury is he's constantly reminding her that, yeah, like, love is great, but sometimes too much love can be considered poison.
Yes, I love that line.
That comes up, like, 3 or 4 times whenever she talks about Tamlin, and Rhys is like, yeah, you can love him all you want. That doesn't mean it's good for you.
Right.
And you're just like, Rhys.
The whole scene where she kind of had, like, that breaking down, like, accepting that, like, her relationship with Tamlin was valid, but at the same time it wasn't healthy in any sense of the way, and just, like, how...
Is that when she's fighting Cassian?
Yes.
Oh, God,
which is amazing.
that whole
when
part.
she's fighting Cassian and she just kind of breaks down, and they don't try and make her feel like it's okay, they just kind of make her feel like it's okay to feel. Like, it's okay to be angry, to not feel like you're the best person right now, but, like, feel those things, but then heal and move on. Whereas Tamlin was just kind of like, we're not gonna feel these things at all. Life is great. Come back to my bedroom. Look at this new rose-scented candle I made. You like Tamlin and Feyre, I feel so bad for you because the first 50 pages were just them either having makeup sex or having awful fights, like where she would have been severely hurt had she not had her powers to protect her. So confused at first because I thought she, like, was getting mad and, like, made the room explode, and I was like, that's understandable. And then it was like he made the room explode, and I was like, excuse me, sir, like, what are you mad about right now? Like, what do you have to complain about right now?
She's literally, I think at that point, just like, tell me more about what's happening. Like, I deserve to know what's happening. And he's like, no! And everything explodes, and you're just like, whoa!
Like a child taking a temper tantrum. When he locks her up, too, I was like, are you serious? Like, are you so... Like, the PTSD and the depression for Feyre, and even Rhys at some points, was done so well in this book. How, like, you could see and you could feel, like, her struggles, and you could just see Tamlin invalidating those and making it feel like what she was feeling. She was bad to feel it, and he was, like, better for it because, like, oh, I don't feel these things, I'm so well-adjusted. But, like, Rhys was the one that was, like, understood. Like, when he first brought her to the Night Court, he was like, you never have to go back under the mountain. I'm never gonna make you do that. The only thing I was, like, concerned about for a second was, like, she knew about, like, more and all that, but then I think everyone knows about that.
Yeah, everybody... Like, I think what it is Amarantha didn't know about them.
Okay.
And the people who were there, he wiped their minds, so the people who weren't in the court, like, still kind of knew who they were.
Yeah.
So it was like, whatever. So she kind of gave, like, background, because she only met Moore, right?
She met Moore, and then she heard him talking about Cassian and
yeah, but not
Israel.
by name.
No, yeah.
Was it by name?
Yeah.
Okay, so they were those. So kind of like everybody knows who they are. They're like the Night Court's, like, inner circle.
Inner circle.
Which is, we will get to them after I love them. Tamlin freaks out and destroys the
study.
study, and she protects herself with the little bubble of air from one of the High Lords, because when she was resurrected, she got, as Rhys described it, like a fingerprint of each of the Lords, so she has one ability from each of them. And Tamlin's like, no, you don't. And she's like, pretty sure I do. And he's like, no, you don't. And then all of a sudden,
that's
like...
my favorite thing, like, how he just ignores
Yeah, just ignores
She's
everything.
Like, well, Rhys, like, thinks that, like, I have powers.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, you don't.
not at all. He's, like, so against Rhys that he won't even, like, consider this.
I also thought it was interesting with Alice, too, because they had said afterwards, like, it was just, like, mentioned very briefly, but, like, Tamlin tortured her or something.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it was
Where did I miss that?
super quickly, briefly, but they were like, if you think this is bad, you should see what Elise looks like. So
The whole thing is she continuously forgives Tamlin because she's like, it's his nature to protect. It's his nature to protect. And it's so... it's so, like, abuse victim.
Yeah, and it was so crazy to me when, like, she was gonna say no at the wedding because she thought she wasn't good enough for him.
Yeah,
and I was
that
like,
got me.
It's like, honey, if anything.
If anything, you're wrong. So well done in the fact that she is constantly, like, defending Tamlin's choices and like, reasoning out why it makes sense. And you're like, honey.
She's always like, not today. I won't push him today.
Yeah.
Like, eventually. But it's like, if this is, like, where your relationship is starting, why do you think it's going to get better?
And she finally realizes it with Lucien. Like, she realizes her own relationship in parallel to Lucien and how she's like, you kept giving up. She's like, and I wouldn't. She's like, Rhys had to show it to me, but I wouldn't give up.
Yeah, I like when she said that. When she said, I know that even though Cassian and Azriel are, even though I know Cassian and Azriel are, like, Rhys's friends before me, I knew that if Rhys was doing something like that to me, they would get me out when they could calm Rhys down. I feel like everyone could see that Feyre was breaking down, and no one stepped in and was like, hey, this girl is falling apart. We need to help her. And that's, like, really sad that she had no one in the spring court that would help her. And I think her realizing that and being like, I thought you guys were my friends. I thought you guys were going to be my family, and you just left me, and you let me basically almost die. Like, no, I'm not coming back. And had people around him that were his friends and his advisors. So, like, they could be like, as a friend, you're being a douchebag right now. As a friend, you're taking this too far. And they knew that there wouldn't be repercussions. They weren't scared. Lucien and Tamlin, they don't have that. It's not a friendship because you can't be like, hey, maybe we should step back and reevaluate this. Tamlin is always like, no, I'm doing the right thing. I'm doing the right thing. So it's like, if you're just don't have, like, anyone that you can bounce ideas off of, if you just want someone who's going to agree with what you do and just go along with it, that's what Tamlin has, and that's not a true leader. That's not real friendship. So it's kind of sad that, like, Lucien doesn't really have friends. He had Feyre, but I think Feyre right now is kind of like, screw you, you left me. Like, I'm not gonna play nice and pretend that we're just gonna forget everything that happened. So it's just, it's sad to see because you see that Tamlin really is manipulative and he's really just this, like, awful guy. And to see it finally, what I thought so long was so nice to finally be realized. Wanted this little princess that he could lock up in a tower and be the hero and save her and protect her, and that's not who Feyre is. That's not who she ever is, and that's what Rhysand constantly reminds her of. He's like, you're not someone that's just gonna, like, stay inside while everyone else fights their battles. You're gonna go out and fight and be at the front lines. That's who you are. Don't let them make you into something you're not.
There's a part that I didn't see coming, and it's literally, like, middle of the book. Where Feyre's with Rhys and he's training her. They actually get found by the spring court by Lucien and a bunch of Centennials. I think that's how you say it.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, a bunch of Centennials, and they're like, Feyre, come home. And Feyre's just like, no. No. No.
And they're like, no, you're brainwashed, honey.
Yeah, they're trying to...
And, like, Lucien, what I love is, like, he even admits, he's like, yeah, we all messed up, and, like, home is awful right now, so we really need you back.
Ashley has one of the really good quotes is she's talking to Lucien, and Rhys just showed up. And my favorite thing about Rhys is he's constantly, like, threatening people when it comes to Feyre. He's constantly threatening people. He's like there's one point he's like, you'll be torn from, like, your arms will be torn from your body, your legs will be cut up in a million pieces. And then he goes, and then when Feyre's done with you, I'll take you on. You're just like, and Rhys is just constantly like, when Feyre's, it's all this, like, horrible shit. And he's like, when Feyre's done with you. And you're like, thank you for giving her credit, finally. And that happens here. He's pretty much saying, or Feyre, darling, will send you back in pieces too. And you're just like, go, Rhys. But it's I think it's the first time Feyre admits that she was given up on, and she literally just yells at Lucien like, you gave up on me, you left me there, I begged you for help and you gave up on me. And it's I think the first time she admits, like, they were wrong.
What I generally liked too was, like, the night court is supposed to be this big huge scary place, and it's actually where she finds her happiness and where she finds her sense of purpose. So it's crazy to me that something like, everyone's like, oh, we're so scared of the night court, and, like, they are terrifying, yes, like, if you if you hurt any of them, they'll kill you.
Yep.
But, like, they're also a bunch of goofballs together. And,
oh,
like,
God,
they're just, like, they're, like,
oh, it's so funny.
It's just amazing to me how every time Tamlin's like, they are the enemy, I'm like, they just got in, like, a spitball war over,
legit.
like, who could shoot the farthest. Awesome. Feyre in this book were so amazing because you find out they're mates, and it harkens back to, I think, A Court of Thorns and Roses when she captures the Sorrel, and it's like, you'll be safe as long as you stay with the High Lord, and everyone, like, assumes it's Tamlin,
Yeah.
but it's totally Rhys, which worries me also because, like, she didn't stay with the High Lord, she left him at the end of the book, so I'm like, oh no. We were talking about how there's, like, really good parallels between Durin, Draken, and Miriam.
Oh, God.
How, like, Durin is kind of like Tamlin, how he doesn't realize that this girl wants nothing to do with him,
Yeah.
let him go, and Rhys and Feyre are kind of like Miriam and Draken, so, like, potentially maybe that is the way it will end, with, like, them pretending they're not alive, or them pretending they're not as good as they are, and then running off so they can stay away from Tamlin, even though I feel like Tamlin kind of has to die. I think the next book is going to be super hard because they're going to be separated for so much of it.
I know.
So let's talk about the ending lastly. I feel like that's fitting.
Oh God. Okay. So this book had
This book
heartbreaking
ended
ending.
one of the best last lines I ever have read.
Yeah,
feel
I
like
think
it
one of the
was
best last lines.
amazing.
Definitely.
Favorite part is, like, Tamlin was like, I have complete control of this situation, and then, like, her sisters walk out, and he's like, what
This
is
is not
and
what I
Lucian's
thought.
like, the priestess played you, stupid, and
Yeah.
he's like, oh, I must have a talk with her, and Lucian's like, she's gone, dickwad, like, pay attention to what's happening.
left.
Oh my gosh. I could so see him and Jurian, when Jurian was like, where's Miriam? And Moira's like, she wants nothing to do with it, she's happy.
She's dead. Julian's like, where's Miriam? And Moore's like, she's dead. Where's Miriam? She hates you, doesn't want anything to do, go away. So she's alive.
I just really loved how, like, Feyre was like, don't let Tamlin get my sisters. Like, she was screaming at Rhys through what they had left of the bond. She's like, get my sisters out of here. So he takes them back to the Night Court, and Lucian and Tamlin are like, that is the worst possible place they could be. They are dead. They are being, like, just assaulted right now. Like, there's gonna be nothing left of them to marry. And I was like, you're so wrong. Like, they're so crazy. The last chapter is amazing. It's just Feyre being like, I'm home. You lifted my brainwash.
Well,
You are the best, Tamlin. And Lucian's just like,
no.
with his one eye, just like,
Whatever eye, I
trust
think it's his
you.
left eye or something.
I don't trust you. And Feyre's just like, try me, bitch. Try me. The last line is like, and so, what is it? I want to get it right.
It's
I want to
great
get it
last
right.
line.
And so Tamlin unwittingly led the High Lady of the Night Court into the heart of his territory.
The same man who was like, there's no such thing as a high lady. But you just got owned.
Yeah. So I would definitely give this book 5 out of 5 stars.
Oh, God,
It was
yes.
Really, really awesome. And I'm so excited for the next one. Leave your favorite parts down below in the comments so we can fangirl over all of it. All of it.
Next question that we have to ask everybody. Whose eyes would you put the mustache under first?
That's the good question.
That's the question we need answered from you guys.
Also, we want to talk about what's Jurian's point? Because,
Yeah,
like,
what is
we're
he
both
doing?
like, yeah, all the people to resurrect, and you pick Jurian.
Yeah, like I don't. He tried to kill your favorite commander. He's kind of crazy.
I don't know. So leave who you would put the mustache on down
Please.
below.
Please, mustache.
And also make sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel down below to be able to make all sorts of new videos. Jess doesn't have a YouTube channel, so
Sorry.
just ignore her for now. And thank you guys all so much for watching. Bye.
Tell her if you want me back. Say no. Say no. I just left. It's gone. I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna keep going. But so Rhys takes her away, and Merida's just not here. What do I do? Rhys just takes her away, and it's sad. And I don't know what to do because Merida's not here anymore. No, that was weird. This is not my copy. My copy is that one. That one.